a district is a type of administrative division that, in some countries, is managed by local government. Across the world, areas known as districts vary greatly in size, spanning entire regions or counties, several municipalities, or subdivisions of municipalities. By country, Afghanistan. In Afghanistan, a district is a subdivision of a province. There are almost 400 districts in the country. Australia. Electoral districts are used in state elections. Districts were also used in several states as cadastral units for land titles. Some were used as squatting districts. New South Wales had several different types of districts used in the 19th century. Austria. In Austria, a district is an administrative division normally encompassing several municipalities, roughly equivalent to the Landkreis in Germany. The administrative office of a district, the Bezirkshauptmannschaft, is headed by a Bezirkshauptmann. It is in charge of the administration of all matters of federal and state administrative law and subject to orders from the higher instances, usually the Landeshauptmann in matters of federal law and the Landesregierung in state law. While there are matters of administrative law the municipalities themselves are in charge of, or where there are special bodies, the district is the basic unit of general administration in Austria. Officials on the district level are not elected, but appointed by the state government. There are also independent cities in Austria. They are called Stadtstaat in Austrian administrative law. These urban districts do have the same tasks as a normal district. Vienna. The state of Vienna, which is at the same time a municipality, is also subdivided in 23 districts, which, however, have a somewhat different function than in the rest of the country. Legally, the Magistratisches Bezirksamt is a local office of the municipality's administration. However, representatives on the district level are elected, and they in turn elect the head of the district, the Bezirksvorsteher. Those representative bodies are supposed to serve as immediate contacts for the locals on the political and administrative level. In practice, they have some power, for example concerning matters of traffic. Azerbaijan. Bangladesh. Bangladeshi districts are local administrative units. In all, there are 64 districts in Bangladesh. Originally, there were 21 greater districts with several subdivisions in each district. In 1984, the government made all these subdivisions into districts. Each district has several sub-districts called upazila in Bengali. Belgium. In Belgian municipalities with more than 100,000 inhabitants, on initiative of the local council, sub-municipal administrative entities with elected councils may be created. As such, only Antwerp, having over 460,000 inhabitants, became subdivided into 9 districts. The Belgian Arrondissements, an administrative level between province and municipality, or the lowest judicial level, are in English sometimes called districts as well. Bhutan. Bhutanese districts are local administrative units consisting of village blocks called gewog. Some have sub-districts called dunghug. Bosnia and Herzegovina. In Bosnia and Herzegovina, a district is a self-governing administrative unit. Bračko district. Bračko district in northeastern Bosnia and Herzegovina is formally part of both the Republika Srpska and the Federation of Bosnia and Herzegovina. The Assembly of the Bračko district has 29 seats. Brazil. Brazilian municipalities are subdivided into districts. Small municipalities usually have only one urban district, which contains the city itself, consisting of the seat of the local government, where the municipality's prefectura and Centro de Veredas are located. The rural districts and groups of urban districts may also present a sub-local executive body, named subprefectura. Canada. Alberta. In Alberta, the municipal districts and improvement districts are types rural municipalities. They are recognized as census subdivisions by Statistics Canada, which form parts of census divisions. British Columbia. In the province of British Columbia, there are several kinds of administrative districts by that name. The usual usage is a reference to district municipalities, which are a class of municipality in the same hierarchy as city, town, or village. Most are styled District of Mission, or District of Wells, though some are styled Corporation of Delta, or Township of Langley. Within the area of municipal powers, regional districts, which are somewhat analogous to counties in other jurisdictions, a number of municipalities, and unincorporated areas, and to distinguish them from district municipalities and other kinds of district are always referred to as regional districts. Other kinds of districts in British Columbia are electoral districts. Some early ridings, as electoral districts are commonly known, included district in their title, for example New Westminster District. Forest districts, which are a set of administrative regions of the British Columbia Ministry of Forests. Land districts, which are the underlying cadastral survey system for the province and are the primary locational reference used in government databases and references. The primary use of district in combinations such as the Lillooet District or New Westminster District was a reference to the land district, though sometimes to mining divisions. School districts, also often referred to simply as districts, when in context. Other types of regional subdivision, according to the ministry or agency, are generally styled region, or area. These include such as Ministry of Environment regions, health regions and regional management planning areas such as the Musqueam-Keswick Management Planning Area. Ontario. In Ontario, a district is a statutory subdivision of the province, but, unlike a county, a district is not incorporated. Most districts are composed of unincorporated lands, mostly Crown land. Originally present-day southern Ontario was divided into districts in 1788. 1. Districts continued to operation until 1849 when they were replaced by counties by the Province of Canada. The current Ontario districts such as Algoma and Nipissing were first created by the Province of Canada in 1858 prior to Confederation for the delivery of judicial and provincial government services to sparsely populated areas from the district seat. Some districts may have district social service administration boards, which are designed to provide certain social services. The boundaries of a federal census division may correspond to those of a district. Northwest Territories. In Western and Northern Canada, the federal government created districts as subdivisions of the Northwest Territories, 1870–1905, partly on the model of the districts created in the Province of Canada. The first district created was the District of Keewatin in 1876, followed by 4 more districts in 1882. Gradually, these districts became separate territories, separate provinces, or were absorbed into other provinces. Quebec. In Quebec, districts are municipal electoral subdivisions of boroughs, which are subdivisions of cities. They function in a similar manner to what is elsewhere known as a ward. People's Republic of China. In China, the district or QA is a subdivision of any of various city administrative units, including municipalities, sub-provincial cities and prefecture-level cities. Districts have county-level status. Modern districts are a recent innovation. In the context of pre-modern China, the English translation district is typically associated with Xian, another Chinese administrative division. The Xian is translated as county in the context of modern China. Republic of China. In the Republic of China, district is the third level of the administrative division. It is a division of special municipality and provincial city of Taiwan Province. Currently, there are 157 districts in total from 5 special municipalities and 3 provincial cities. Colombia. In Colombia, a district is one of 10 special administrative units. Czech Republic. A district in the Czech Republic is an Oaks. After a reform in 2002, the districts lost administrative power to regions and selected towns and became statistical zones. France. French districts were the first subdivision of the dark copyright departments from the 4th March 1790 to the 28 Pluvius annate. Then, in the 20th century, districts were a type of intercommunity. They've been replaced by Communauté copyright des communes and Communauté copyright Estrage Loma copyright Ration after 1999. Germany. In Germany, a district is an administrative unit between the Landkreise and the local/municipal levels. Most of the 429 German districts are Landkreis, rural districts. 116 larger cities that do not belong to a district are considered as urban districts. A local sub-district is called a gemarkung, a term most often used for smaller rural areas. A gemarkung is usually associated with and named after a central town or village. Areas in such sub-districts and their usage are documented in central registries and have been historically used for taxation. In some states, there is additional level of administration between the Landkreise and the Landkreis called Regierungsbezirk. District was also the name of administrative subdivisions of the German Democratic Republic from 1952. See Administrative Division of the German Democratic Republic. City district is the primary subdivision category of many Kreisfreistation currency DTE. Hong Kong. Hong Kong is divided into 18 districts, each with a district council. Hungary, 175 districts were established on January 1, 2013. The existing 19 counties are subdivided into 6 to 18 districts per county. The capital city of Budapest does not belong to any counties and is already divided to 23 districts. India. India's districts. Gujarati. Hindi, Zilla, Delhi unregistered trademark NPE unregistered trademark D. Kannada A squared O is squared R squared R cubed R squared R cubed. Malayalam, Aloya A squared A micro A squared, Jilla. Punjabi, Aloya copyright AA. Mavatham Tamil, AAA a registered trademark U. A registered trademark UA, are local administrative units inherited from the British Raj. They generally form the tier of local government immediately below that of India's sunational states and territories. Where warranted, districts may further be grouped into administrative divisions, which form an intermediate level between the district and the sunational state. A district is headed by a deputy commissioner/collector, who is responsible for the overall administration and the maintenance of law and order. The district collector may belong to IAS. Other key responsibilities include the collection of revenue, and criminal prosecution in the district and sessional courts. Usually, the Deputy Commissioner District Collector is conferred with magisterial powers under Section 20 of Criminal Procedure Code, and designated as the District Magistrate. The official designations are, Collector and District Magistrate, or Deputy Commissioner and District Magistrate. Districts are most frequently further subdivided into smaller administrative units, called either tehsils or talukas or mavathams, depending on the region. These units have specific local responsibilities, including in particular coordinating revenue collection. An intermediate level between district and tehsil taluka may be formed by grouping these units under the oversight of assistant commissioners or sub-collectors. Each district includes 1 or 2 cities, a few smaller towns and dozens of villages. Most of the Indian districts have the same name as their main town or city. As of June 2008, a total of 610 districts are defined in India, more than the number of parliamentary constituencies. In AP districts are less than MP seats. District Revenue Administration in AP, district headed by collector. A district is composed of 4 or 5 revenue divisions administered by RDO/sub-collector, revenue divisions divided into taluks mandals headed by tahsildars, mandals composed of 10 or more villages administered by village revenue officers and village servants. In Uttar Pradesh districts and tahsils are defined in UP Land Revenue Act, 1901. Panchayati Raj, tiers of administration, Grama Panchayat, Sarpanch, village clusters, MPTC, Mandal Taluk, MPP/ZPTC. District, ZP Chairperson. Indonesia, Aceh, Papua and West Papua, 3 of 33 provinces of Indonesia, a district is a subdivision of regency or a city. Formerly it was called as Kecamatan, which translates into English as sub-district. However, even though both taking each place is on the same level as before, the translation is ambiguous. In many newer translation of official documents, Kecamatan itself is translated into English as district, while some others still translate it to sub-district. Districts or sub-districts in Indonesian context do not have legal autonomy to govern themselves, because they are only administration extensions of regency or a city. Iran. Iran is subdivided into 31 provinces, each governed from a local center, usually the largest local city, which is called the capital of that province. The provinces of Iran further subdivided into counties called Sharistan, an area inside an ostan, and consists of a city center, few bakhsh and many villages around them. There are usually a few cities and rural agglomerations in each county. Rural agglomerations are a collection of a number of villages. One of the cities of the county is appointed as the capital of the county. The word Sharistan comes from the Persian words Shah and Ostan, which mean city and province, respectively. The nearest equivalent of Sharistan in English would be sub-province or county. Each Sharistan has a governmental office known as Farmandari which coordinates different events and governmental offices. The Farmander, or the head of Farmandari, is the governor of the Sharistan which is the highest governmental authority in the division. Iraq. In Iraq, they use the word Qadar for districts. There are over 100 districts, each district being within one of 18 Iraqi governorates, sometimes known as provinces. The district generally bears the name of a city within that district, usually the capital of that district. Japan. A district is a local administrative unit comprising towns and villages but not cities. See Districts of Japan for more complete description. In 1923, its administrative role was abolished although it is still in use for addressing purposes. District is also a translation of chiku, defined by Japan's planning law. Kenya. In Kenya, a district is a subdivision of a province and is headed by a district officer. South Korea. A district is a subdivision of larger cities in South Korea. Smaller cities have no districts, whereas districts in Seoul and 6 metropolitan cities are treated as a city in its own right. Malaysia. A district is known as daerah in Malay. A district governed directly by the federal government is known as a federal territory, and they are Kuala Lumpur, Putrajaya, and Labuan. In Peninsular Malaysia, a district is a division of a state. A mukim is a subdivision of a district. The mukim is however of less importance with respect to the administration of local government. In East Malaysia, a district is a subdivision within a division of a state. For example, Tuaran is a district within the West Coast Division of Sabah. A district is usually named after the main town or its administrative capital, for example, Sandakan town is the capital of the district of Sandakan, as well the capital of Sandakan Division. In Malaysia, each district will have a district office, headed by a district officer, and is administered by a local government either being a district council, municipal council, or a city council. In some highly urbanized districts, there may be further subdivisions. For example, the district of Petaling in Selangor is administered by 3 local governments, Shah Alam City Council, Petaling Jaya City Council, and Subang Jaya Municipal Council. Another example is the district of Kinta in Perak, which has 3 subdivisions, Ipoh City Council, West Kinta District Council, and South Kinta District Council. Conversely, there may be one local government administering more than one district. For example, Seberang Perai Municipal Council administers the districts of Central Seberang Perai, North Seberang Perai, and South Seberang Perai. An administrative district border and an electoral district border transcend each other and do not correspond with each other in most instances. Nanaru, the districts of Nanaru are the only subdivisions of the whole state. Nepal. Nepal is divided into 75 districts. Each district acts as an independent administrative unit. A district consists of various smaller units like village development committees and municipalities. Official documents like citizenship cards and passports are issued by the Chief of District Office. Constituencies for elections are also constructed according to the population distribution within the district. New Zealand. A district in New Zealand is a territorial authority that has not gained the distinction of being proclaimed a city. Districts tend to be less urbanized, tend to cover more than one population center and a larger amount of rural area, and tend to have a smaller population than cities. While cities and districts are generally considered to be two different types of territorial authority, the area covered by a city is often known as its district. For example, the term district plan is used equally in districts and cities. The Chatham Islands Territory is neither a district nor a city. A district is not always a simple division of a region. Several districts lie within two regions, and the Taupo district lies in four. Norway. Pakistan. Pakistan's districts are local administrative units inherited from the British Raj. Districts were generally grouped into administrative divisions, which in turn formed provinces. Pakistan has 130 districts. They comprise villages, towns and cities. A district is headed by a district Nazim, who is an elected official and a local controller of the district-level offices of all the departments under provincial government. The district Nazim heads an elected district council composed of councillors, who represent various district-level constituencies. The councils have a constitutional requirement to be composed of a minimum of 33% women. There is no upper limit to that. So women can comprise 100% of these councils but men cannot. Currently, there are no district Nazims, and district coordination officers who are officers appointed by the provincial government have been delegated the powers of Nazims since April 2010. Peru. Philippines. The usage of the term district in the Philippines has similarities to that in the United States. Legislative, national. A constituency with a representative in the lower house of Congress is a congressional district. However, the term congressional district has become synonymous in local parlance as representative district, because, just like in the U.S., the word Congress has come to refer especially just to the lower house. A legislative district, which has an average population of about 250,000 to 500,000, may be composed of an entire province, within a province, a group of municipalities in cities, a single city, a group of geographically adjacent independent cities and independent municipalities, a group of barangays within a city. Each province is guaranteed at least one representative to the lower house, even though it may not come close to having the same population as that of other more populated legislative districts. Only voters within each district are allowed to vote in the election for the member of the House of Representatives from that district. From 1916 to 1935, the Philippines were divided into 12 senatorial districts, of which 11 elected 2 members each, for a total of 22 out of the 24 members of the upper house of Congress. Since 1935, senators have been elected at large. Regional. In addition, each congressional district that falls under the jurisdiction of the autonomous region in Muslim Mindanao elects 3 members each to the country's only National Legislative Assembly. Provincial. There are provincial districts for the purpose of electing Sangguniang Panlalawigan members, which follow the congressional district arrangement, except that independent and highly urbanized cities whose charters prevent them from electing provincial officials are excluded. Also, provinces that comprise a lone congressional district are divided into at least 2 provincial districts. City. There are also city councillor districts for the purpose of electing Sangguniang Panlungsod members, which follow the congressional district arrangement. In cases where the city does not form 2 or more congressional districts by itself, it is divided into at least 2 city council districts. Administrative. Current districts exist as an administrative entity only in local government, with limited powers or responsibilities. Certain cities, such as Manila, Iloilo and Davao, for administrative purposes, formally divide their jurisdictions into city districts composed of several barangays, but the extent of these district-level administrative powers vary. Several barangays also have the word district in their names. Examples are those in Jala Jala and Zamboanga City. However, this is solely for the purpose of nomenclature, and does not imply a higher level of local government. Historical. During Spanish and early American colonial rule, certain areas of the Philippines were designated as districts, mainly those that have not been formally organized into provinces or incorporated into existing ones. In the American era, cities and municipalities were divided into city and municipal districts, which served as the lowest level of government before the creation of the barangay. Special purpose districts. Special purpose districts also exist in the Philippines, created for government departments and agencies. Examples are school districts for the Department of Education, engineering districts for the Department of Public Works and Highways, and Coast Guard districts for the Philippine Coast Guard. Informal districts. Some cities and municipalities also extend the usage of the word district to refer to certain areas, even without having any formal administrative purposes. Examples are the central business districts in Naga City and Makati City. Poland. The second-level unit of local government and administration in Poland, equivalent to a county, district or prefecture in other countries, is called a powiat. As of 2008 there are 379 powiat-level entities in Poland, 314 land counties and 65 city counties. For a complete alphabetical listing, see List of counties in Poland. Portugal. Districts are administrative divisions of Portugal. They were mainly used as the jurisdiction areas for the civil governors, the government officials that represented locally the central government. However, in 2011, the role of civil governor was de facto extinct, with the decision taken by the government not to appoint new civil governors and to transfer its functions to other bodies. The district areas are now only used as the regional jurisdiction areas of some public bodies and some private entities. Russia. In Russia, districts are administrative and municipal divisions of the federal subjects, as well as administrative divisions of larger cities. The term district is also used to refer to the type of administrative division of the Czech Republic Euro-Ulas. The Czech Republic is administratively divided into 5 cities under the Republic's jurisdiction and 33 uluses. The law of the Czech Republic establishes that the terms ulus and district are equivalent. In historical context, the term district is often used to refer to uluses. Scotland. Scotland has had several different kinds of districts, historic counties of England, shires of Scotland, until 1975, local government areas of Scotland 1973 to 1996, subdivisions of Scotland, councils or unitary authorities, from 1996, pursuant to the local government etc. Act 1994, Serbia. Serbia is divided into 29 districts and the city of Belgrade, each of which is further divided into municipalities. Slovakia. In Slovakia, a district is a local administrative unit. South Africa. In South Africa, the district municipality forms the layer of government below the provinces. A district municipality is in turn divided into several local municipalities. This structure varies in the 8 largest urban areas: Bloemfontein, Cape Town, Durban, East London/King Williamstown, East Rand, Johannesburg, Port Elizabeth Inc. Uitenhage and Pretoria, where a metropolitan municipality replaces both a district and a local municipality. Sri Lanka. For purposes of local government, the country of Sri Lanka is divided into 9 provinces: Western, Central, Southern, Northern, Eastern, Northwestern, North Central, Uva and Sabaragamua. Each of the districts is divided into divisions. These were originally based on the feudal counties, the Kerals and Ratas. They were formerly known as DRO divisions after the divisional revenue officer. Later the DROs became assistant government agents and the divisions were known as AGA divisions. Currently, the divisions are administered by a divisional secretary, and are known as a DS divisions. Rural DS divisions are also administered by a Pradeshio Sabha, which is elected. Sweden. Some municipalities in the Kingdom of Sweden have divided their territory into smaller areas, which often are assigned an administrative board responsible for certain elements of municipal governance within their district. These areas take a variety of different Swedish names. However, district is usually the official English term for them. The term borough is sometimes used in unofficial contexts. Switzerland. In Switzerland, some cantons organize themselves into districts, while others dispense with districts and govern themselves at the Wahlkreis level. Thailand, a district is a subdivision of a province in Thailand. Some provinces also contain minor districts, th. AAR to the first AA cubed R to the first Euro AA, which are smaller than the average district. Turkey. In Turkey, a district is an administrative subdivision of a province. See also Districts of Turkey. United Kingdom, England. Districts are the most recognizable form of local government in large parts of England. For those areas that retain two-tier local government, districts usually form the lower tier of that arrangement, with counties forming the upper tier. Districts tend to have responsibility for a number of areas including tax collection, leisure services, refuse collection, housing, planning, arts and entertainment, environmental health. Each district raises taxes from residents on behalf of itself, and the upper-tier authority through the council tax. It also raises income from business through the non-domestic rate system, which is coordinated nationally. Wales. There is no official use of the word district in Wales. The country is broken up into 22 unitary authorities. However, district may be used informally for a whole or unofficial part of a ward in a city. Scotland. In Scotland, local government districts were used from 1975 to 1996. Northern Ireland. Northern Ireland is divided into 26 districts for local government purposes. The councils do not carry out the same range of functions as those in the rest of the United Kingdom. For example, they have no responsibility for education, for road building or for housing. Their functions do include waste and recycling services, leisure and community services, building control and local economic and cultural development. They are not planning authorities, but are consulted on some planning applications. Collection of rates is handled by the Rate Collection Agency. United States. There are several types of district in the United States. A constituency with a representative in Congress is a congressional district. Each state is organized into one or more such districts. The exact number within each state is based on the most recent census. Only voters within each district are allowed to vote in the election for the member of the House of Representatives from that district. Overall, there are 435 congressional districts in the United States. Each has roughly 630,000 people, with some variance. A constituency with a representative in a state legislature is a legislative district. The territory over which a federal court has jurisdiction is a federal judicial district. The District of Columbia is the only part of the United States, excluding territories, that is not located within any of the 50 states. The United States also has many types of special-purpose districts with limited powers of local government. School districts are the most common, but other types of districts include community college districts, hospital districts, utility districts, irrigation districts, port districts, and public transit districts. Many cities in the late 20th century adopted names for non-governmental districts as a way of increasing recognition and identity of these distinct areas and neighborhoods. Perhaps most apparently in Los Angeles, various areas and neighborhoods within the city are specified as districts. For instance, Hollywood is a district of Los Angeles, whereas Beverly Hills and West Hollywood are independent incorporated cities, with their own governments and police departments. This can be confusing, as the difference between districts and neighboring cities is usually not readily apparent, for they all make up the greater Los Angeles area. Typically, districts may or may not be distinguished at the boundary of the district with a district sign with the city's insignia. Whereas at a city boundary, a city limit sign would usually be placed on the street with the city's name and population, at a minimum, but also often includes its elevation. The important distinction is that areas classified as districts are still part of the parent city and governed by the laws and ordinances of that city. Various federal, regional and local agencies such as the National Register of Historic Places recognize historic districts. Prior to the Act of Consolidation in 1854, Philadelphia County, Pennsylvania had some districts acting like cities or towns. Vietnam. The term district in Vietnam refers to the second-level administrative unit, below provinces and centrally administered cities. This second-level unit is called a Hua-en in rural areas, while in urban areas districts are either Quyen, Tha Nh Pha Tra plus or minus E Thwa unregistered trademark C Tar Permil Nh, or Thel Zap Pound. As of November 28, 2011, Vietnam had 698 districts including 55 provincial cities, 47 towns, 47 urban subdivisions, and 549 rural districts. Vietnamese districts vary significantly in both population and area. Excluding the island districts, the most populous is Bien Ho with 784,398 people. The least populous is the town of Mae de Grio Ng Lay. Similarly, the largest district is Mae de Grio Ng Ta while the smallest is District 4 of Ha Ca Minh City with an area of only 4.18 km². See also, municipality, references.